Hey there, welcome to NZ Money Karma, where you can find freedom from the daily grind through budgeting, simple living, and adventure. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to go through every single cent my family of four spent in the month of June 2025. I'm a little bit late with this. Normally I would try and get this out earlier in the month, but I am getting it out in July, so I will give myself a thumbs up for that. We are a family of four, a mum and a dad and two teenagers, plus a dog. We live mortgage free. We've paid off our house in Ototahi, Christchurch, New Zealand. And yeah, come and have a bit of a nosy and see what we spent our money on in the month of June. Okay, so I'm going to start with the big expenses, and food is definitely one of our biggest expenses. This month we spent $600.36 on food, and that included all sorts of things. That was our normal grocery shopping at Pack and Save, which I'm off to do here. That was some junk food, like specifically junk food for a sports tournament. There was some fish and chips in there. As well as getting ready for our trip overseas, where we stocked up our cupboards ready for our house sitter, because we wanted to make sure that she had plenty of yummy food to eat while she was looking after our wee dog. And we did that actually. I left that to my husband, and he went to New World to do that, so it was a little bit more expensive than Pack and Save. And before we went away, we also wanted to get our dog groomed, so he was smelling lovely for our house sitter. So that was $90, so he had a good clip. And I went and stocked up on his dog food, which is this raw meat that you can see there. That was $40, and that was many, many kgs. I think it was 10 kgs for $40. Next, we were off to Melbourne, Australia. We had already paid for our accommodation and our flights way back in January. So we spent 1,900 New Zealand dollars as our spending money while we were away. We were away for almost 2 weeks. There's four of us, the two adults and the two kids. And we've been to Melbourne lots of times before, and my husband and I used to live there. So we don't do too many touristy things anymore. It's mostly just getting out and exploring different places. The one thing we did spend money on was paying to go and see this rugby league game. So we bought tickets to that, and that was really fun. It was a really great game. We didn't get great seats, as in they were kind of right down the side in a corner, but both halves, that's where all the action was. So they turned out to be really awesome. That was a wonderful trip, and as long as I have money, I will always be happy to spend it on travel. We spent $72 on entertainment, and that was me going out for one drink, going to the movies as a family, and having a swim. We had a few health-related costs. We lost our nail clippers, so I had to go and buy some new nail clippers. My husband, who had surgery at the end of last year, had to go in for an x-ray just to check that was all healed well. And I also bought some deep heat for my son's legs and some cold and flu essential oil, because I really like using a little diffuser when anyone's sick in our house. So at the moment it's my husband. Before that it was my son. Yeah, everyone has had a bit of a cold of late. So I just use this. For the kids, I put it by their bedside at night to help them sleep, and it does really work. It's just a cheap $20 diffuser from Kmart. And I've never been a huge fan of, that kind of stuff in the past. But this year, I was like, I hear it works. Let's just try it. I'm sick of everyone coughing at night. And it actually works a real treat. So I'm completely sold. And all up, that cost us $59.29. We had the usual suspects in the transport department. We put $20 on Metro cards between us all. We spent $48.86 on putting petrol in the car, and $59.80 on a taxi to take us to the airport before our trip to Melbourne. And all up, our transport costs were $128.66. Our kids this month, we spent $40 on some sports fees, and I also took them shopping for some new clothes before our trip. We got my daughter Hers were $115.99. They were all brand new, and that was jeans, jersey, and a t-shirt. Looking a bit wrinkled there because I just grabbed them out of her cupboard. And for my son, he had the tracksuit pants were new. They were 2 pairs for $80. And then we spent $78.97 at Save Mart, and that was for that nice thick jacket and also a pair of tracksuit pants and a pair of shorts, which both have his school insignia on it. So all up, we spent $314.96. We just had one bill this month for the month of June, and that was our Slingshot bill, which covers our power, so our electricity and our internet, and that was $170.33. Power prices are about to go up, so it'll be interesting what our next bill is. So that's it, folks. That's what my family of 4, 2 adults, 2 teenagers, spent in the month of June. Again, we live in a freehold house. We've paid off our mortgage, so that obviously decreases our spending hugely. So in total, we spent $3,590.30. And just if you're interested, if we exclude the holiday from that, our spending was $1,631.01. That's it for me. I'd love to hear from you how your budget's going, how you think our budget's going. Are you spending kind of similar amounts in similar categories? If you have time, drop us a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.